Hi all, just a little update, just doing a little bit more on the leopard 206, the 1/16 scale Tamiya. I haven't done models for some time, so hopefully this isn't too much of a bit of a learning curve for me. Things have changed. I used to buy the so-called glue in little tubes and squirt it on, etc. Not so much as what you get now with little brushes and stuff. But anyway, what I'm trying to do with the hull is get as much on as I can, or is right, because I want to just undercoat it. I don't have to undercoat it, but one or two people are saying, evidently what I'm trying to learn is people tend to undercoat it and then go over it, which I think would probably be better and give you that sort of, like, which most tanks are, painted look. So at the moment I'll spin you around again, and what I'm doing is just going back to finishing the wheels off, putting the hub caps, you know, putting these pieces on, and also checking that the two sort of drive wheels, as I call it, have a separate hub cap on a C3, and these are all sort of clipped out, and just using the glue as I've got there. Hull's not been too bad. I've done a little bit without filming, which was, sorry, it was just tickle the back up, is I'll put that there, is put the little hooks on, easy enough to do, type of thing. As long as when you put the peg in, you just put the glue on this one little side and then slide the peg in, so you've still got that bit of movement. There's the pintle hook, and these are just for the ropes, towing chains. I've put these back pieces on, but I've put the glass pieces in here, but of course I've still got to paint this, so I'm going to have to mask them off because it's got to be red on the inside. I'm still waiting for my colours to come, and I can't put this little not reversing light, but it's a guide light and a little piece of workmanship there, because it's a small delicate bit with the transfer, and I haven't got to transfer in yet, so I'll blow that over and I'll clean that off a bit and then stick it on when I eventually get it done. If you're doing the model, or if you're going to do the model, yeah, fine, it's well worth doing. I'm more than happy with it. It's keeping me sane for what it is. I'm always used to fiddling about. I have other channels, and I've got another channel which I've done various bits and pieces, and since I can't get a Land Rover up the stairs, this is the next best thing. But there you go, I'm still looking for Land Rover models if anybody's got any. Anyway, waffling on, I'll just get these clipped on, get the motor in the back here, and the drive shafts on, because they can all be painted. Cheers. Right, I'm having a crack on the front lighting system. I don't really want to put it in because I think I might have a bit of a problem. I haven't put that one in yet. These little tiny bits here, but they're the little so-called lights at the front. But I should be able to blot a bit of grease in there when I'm painting, and just wipe the grease off like I normally do, etc. But I'm stuck really between a rock and a hard place. If I don't get the front and back lights in, I can't put these sections in. And I did want to paint. I'm reluctant to paint this without putting these other little panels in on the side. I know it's a bit complicated, and that's why I'm dipping backwards and forwards here and there, trying to find the jobs I can do. Well, I've done the fibre optics, the two pieces that are cut. I've just got to put little screws in there. I've done, and I've just got to put this little plate in this side, and I've just put that down somewhere. I've just moved it. There it is. And then I've got to put I've done the back light section. We've got some rubbers in there, and they all join up into the light section there, same as this one here. But like as you say, I need the colours. I think the colours of my paints are coming tomorrow, so I don't want to waffle, but once I can paint my lenses, I'll be okay. And I reckon I can be able to clean those up if I spray anyway. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just do these little jobs, because when you start undercoating, there's a lot of undercoating, so I want to try and get as much done as I can, and carry on from there. Anyway, so it's just these fiddles bits here, and this is how this goes together as well, upside down, backwards, and that's when you join the bottom to the top. Cheers. Morning all, bit of an unboxing day this morning. Another little parcel from Wonderland Models. I don't know how good this is turning out, but a little tiny brush, 150. A little packet of other brushes, quite fine. Haven't got any. Another little packet of brushes. That was about £4. And I bought some Tamiya paints. These are the TS61s, which is the NATO green. A little spray again. I've got a little spray airbrush, NATO brown, and I think I bought NATO black, which is quite a popular colour. Some acrylic thinners. Nice little boxes. XF7, which is a flat red, I think, or a red. X27, which is a clear red. X18, which is a semi-gloss. One little empty box. I bought some more primer. Another small can. Then all well packaged, by the way. I just thought I'd say. Another 6 colours in here. I can't believe it's all for this one tank. But it's only one little spot here and one spot there. I've got some red brown, which is 64. Flat black XF1. X11. Chrome silver. X56 metallic grey. Oh, excuse me. Orange X6. Orange clear. X26. That's another box gone. And one last one. Another 6 colours. I mean, literally, it is only a dip in the brush on some of them. X68 NATO brown. I bought 2 of those for mixing and painting. 68 because of spraying the airbrush. And of course NATO green, 2 of those, and then also again a NATO black, 2 of those. So excuse if that was a bit dark, but it's very dark this morning at 20 past 10 in per forfa. So there you go, a little pile there, with delivery. That's 70 quid's worth. That's there you go. It's not a cheap hobby, but one I'm enjoying anyway. Okay, cheers, thanks, bye. Well, hi again. The saga of the lights. This was the hardest thing I've put together in, I can't remember, a long time. Yeah. Anyway, apart from that, apart from when I dropped the lens, I don't know whether you can see that. I dropped one of these lenses and it disappeared, and I haven't got a carpet and I couldn't find it, and it was stuck to the bottom of my shoe, and I broke it in half, so I managed to stick it back together. When I tried to stick these what do you call it, fibre things, light tubes, oh yeah, fibres. It doesn't stick with the normal cement glue, it melts, so I had to use CA glue. I'm trying to think here now because I'm just coming. So these are put together. They're not the best I've ever put together, but they are put together. There is a bit of light transmit from them, because if I go up to, oops a daisy, not that you can see that, if I put the tube up to the light there, you can see it lights up. There's a little light there. There you go. So if I put that onto the light, yeah, and if I pull it away, it's not a lot. Anyway, very awkward. Very awkward. Got half an hour spending searching, trying to find them, and then I was stuck onto the bottom of a little pumpy thing. Anyway, so as you can see, this part's in, the front and back lights clusters are in. My paints have come, as you've noticed. So basically now it is screw these on, try and sort the backlights out, which comes again to the same thing of bending the fibre, which I'm not happy about. But since I've got my paints, I'm going to paint the back red lights, because I've got that come through. Then I can put the motors in, I can put the gearbox etc, attachments and everything else. So I'll do that. So I'm going to blob a bit of paint in and then carry on with that, and see where we go from there. Cheers. Well, I haven't showed every detail because, as you say, I did show how these were built and put on. They just slip on, and a couple of everything, the plastic goes on afterwards. There's a couple of little captivated things, little tall Allen screws. They were a pain to get in actually, because it's not quite lined up and you have to twist and mess and fart about. Gearbox is in, drives are in, which is fine. I'm going to put the lower case for the loudspeaker in, which is next. The wires aren't marked. They're supposed to have numbers on them, but I think one has, which is that one. J15 revolving light, whatever. And then there's a few others. So I assume that they go in and through. Anyway, enough said about that. So I'm just going to screw this in. I've got the cover over here with the loudspeaker in, as it says. So what I'll do is screw that in, feed the wires in where I think they are, or where they're supposed to go, and that's about it. It's a question then hopefully putting a bit of primer on. So we'll see how we go from there. Cheers. Right, when I was putting the loudspeaker box and the wiring in, there's no indication for what screws to use to put into the bottom section, so I just use some MB2s, which I use for the top. I've only put the 4 in, 2 in each corner, and the same as in on the bottom. I've put the wires in as I think, which I've followed that. Right hand side, left hand side motors, connected those up. That's for the rear what do you call it, light, where they, oh yeah, whatever, the rear light anyway. And I can never think of the word. And then we'll go to the top controller in the top end, of course, and that's the front set of lights, but that can be pushed into there if there's too much of it. So that's basically it. I've got is it a Lazy Susan that you put this on and spin? I've got one downstairs which I shall get and put it on. So I think this can go for a bit of painting now. But that'll be for tomorrow, and I'll spray that up a little bit and mask the rear lights up. Not that you can see the rear lights, let me hold that, those little red marks there, but I'll put a bit of masking tape over those and just a bit of undercoat. I've done the hatch. Oh, there you go. Hopefully that's any information, you know, if you think you want a bit of clarity, because I mean, I did find that awkward not having the screws, but I've used those. Wiring, as I say, I assume there's still some wiring left for but that will go for the top end. So this is the bottom end basically done, I think, apart from the wheels, which are going to be sprayed. So there you go. Sorry, talking again. So now I've got the paint. I've got some paint. I'll give a quick undercoat, and then I'll see about undercoating the colour it needs, top coating. Cheers. But I'll do undercoat for now. Thanks. Right, here we go again. This is doing the fibre optics, and as you can see, I'm using some silver tape I have here because this is very bendy, and trying to get these rubbers in interlocate without them moving everywhere is next to impossible. So I've just tried to use the tape just so I can get the top on, pardon me, and hold them down. I've checked and double checked that they're all going into the correct ones, which is the front headlight, and then it's the sides and those little orange indicator ones there, which I hope is right. So that's the tip I've used to try and just hold those in, ready for me to put the top on, which is this, and hopefully hold them down. The other point to this was that it took me ages to find these, and I'd realised, luckily, that I'd thrown them away in a plastic bag off my table, and I had a slight panic attack thinking I've thrown them away and the bin was empty this morning, but I hadn't. I took them away yesterday, so I managed to go into my little refuse bin and find them. So big sigh of relief. I couldn't believe it because they're so light. I just picked them up a bag off the side here and realised I can't find these, and I thought they were in that box. There you go. So easy to throw stuff away, especially when you've got stuff everywhere like you can see. But anyway, I digress. And I thought to myself, don't throw nothing away, always put whatever you've got rid of, even the sprues, I always keep them, put them in the side there, and then wait to see, and then make sure I've not thrown anything away. But I'm going to put this together now, and then once that's together, I'll leave that tape on for a moment. It's not hurting anything. I'll try and get this screwed up, and just hopeful that it's good to go. I'm just going to do the backs once I get these dried. They're sitting there at the moment. I've broke the little ones off accidentally. I've painted the inside there silver. I don't know if you can see that, but I've then got to just use my little drill to drill the backs out of these ones again and put the little fine fibres in there, fibre optics. I'd got these bent the wrong way and managed to twist them right. I super glue these in, by the way, because the normal glue just melts it, so that's another thing that's slightly annoying. So I've just got to bend those small ones again, drill those out and clip those in. That's about it really. Everything else is coming along nice and steady. It's a real head scratcher, but thanks for watching. Oh, it's high again. Right, this has gone on leaps and bounds, but nothing that I've not filmed much of this because at the end of the day it's all pretty basic. The worst problem is the fibre optics. I've not done any before, and I found that very troublesome, especially on the rear, because when these lights go in here, I did paint them silver and connect them up as they said. As soon as I went to put them in here in position, they all broke off, so I had to redo them again, and they broke off again. So I went to another method of hopefully connecting them up, and by the time they'd shortened another ½ an inch or more, so I actually put them all in here first, put that down, and then fed the wires back in, made the holes bigger at the back. As you can see, I've made these slightly bigger so that when you put the fibre optic in, it's not such an acute angle. I don't ask me why, but I just tried to do it like that, and then I fed these wires back in through the holes, and then put these plates on, and once these plates go on, of course, they pinch the wires back down. It was troublesome. That was literally a day's work just trying to sort that out. Not something I'm happy with, but I couldn't seem to get any other way of doing it. I don't know whether they'll still be okay. They should be. It's my first model from the Tamiya kit, so I'm happy enough that I'm still doing it. I'm going to paint now, so I'm going to paint the sections where I can, just a bit of an undercoat, and and then I can put the top on and connect some of the wiring up and move on, and I can paint the wheels because the wheels are not on yet. So I'm rambling, but I'm trying to sort of say, but that's what I found the most difficult, to be honest. The fibre optics, definitely found them awkward. They just don't bend, and when you do bend them and glue them in, and if you, like I did, try to put them in there, they just snap straight off, just snapped off. And of course using super glue as well, so they all have to be drilled back out again, and then reset, and then again because they broke off. So it was a bit of a nightmare, that was. Anyway, enough waffling, I'll catch you on a bit painting. Right, I've got a rattle can surface primer. The reason I bought a couple of rattle cans is because the model is big, and I thought to myself, buy a couple of rattle cans, even though I've got an airbrush, and this will do for the majority. And the reason, you don't have to undercoat in grey or anything else. You can just put the NATO green straight over, but I like the idea of a bit of an undercoat to give it that painted look, because I mean, when you look at a tank, it's not like this all nice shiny plasticky type look. It's painted, and they whack paint on it. So I can't show you too much, but I've warmed the can up in a bit of warm water, give it a bit of a rattle, and so what I'm going to do is blast a couple of bits and pieces. I've very roughly blocked the backlights up because I can pick that out in an airbrush, so that's not a problem. Nothing else. I've had to re-glue these on again because these dropped off. Didn't use enough glue, but that's only because I'm a bit conservative in my glue. So it's all laid out, it's just a question now of spraying a bit of paint, so we'll see how we go from there. Cheers. As you can see, rattle a couple of times in between, and it's just about a foot away. Couple of bursts. Okay, oops, sorry about that. And then I'm going to turn this up in a minute, and the wheels, these wheels have to be black. Sorry if I'm not on the camera right, so it doesn't matter too much about them. So I've done the back. Oops, daisy. Somebody give me this lazy Susan, so I'm quite happy with that. So as you can see, just get the backs of the wheels. Not that you can see much of them, but and there you go. I'll turn that up and turn that over because I can't. Sorry, I'm drifting off with the camera watching the thing. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Cheers. Right, just dusted the wheels off. The 150mm rattle can. There's still a half an inch more in there. I haven't gone mad on the back because of the lights, etc. But just a light dusting. That's all I've done. A light dusting with undercoat. Ready for the spray gun for the NATO. I have a rattle can of NATO. It is only a small can, but it might do the underbodies and various other bigger bits, and then set up my air spray, my, you know, to do the model itself and pick out. I have put a bit of tape on these and the front headlights, but just a little bit of undercoat. That's all I'm doing. So we'll leave that for a bit now, and go and chill. There's a bit of overspray on the inside, but I'm not unduly concerned about that. As I say, it is just to put a bit of undercoat on. I can paint the wheels, the rollers black, as they are supposed to be, with a brush. And as you say, I can just pick out a few little bits and pieces. That'll do. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. So there you go. Onwards and upwards. Cheers. Also in model making, I've seen a lot of people use cotton buds and this is a pack of 6 cotton buds. Johnson's cotton buds, 100% pure, pack of 6. They were off eBay. How much were them? Delivered in a box next day, £4.40. Can't quite get a grip of how cheap that is, but never mind. There you go, cotton buds. What can I say? Anyway, cheers folks. Hi all, it's not too clear in here because I'm in the so-called spare room, but I have this Revel and airbrush, which I'm finding quite useful. Thank you. I have, as you can see, done a little bit. Evidently try not to coat it all in one going as the instructions are. So I'll just blast it off a bit of this. It is smooth. I'm touching it with the phone with my fingers, so it's not too bad. I thinned it to about 20%, which is the prescribed amount. I've still got evidently bits to do, but I'm quite pleased with that so far. But it has used one of those 10ml jars, and I did buy 2, and to be honest, as you can see, it is only the first attempt, and it evidently is not all covered, which you don't intend to do. So I'm going back onto the site now, Wonderland, and ordering another 5 or 6 bottles, because one bottle went nowhere. I've got another bottle, but I was going to mix the other bottle up and do the wheels, and then I can put the wheels on at least, and I've got wheels on the bus, and you know, so yeah, it's coming on. I know you can't, it doesn't, the video doesn't do it justice, but I'm more than happy with that, you know, the spraying technique, etc. And I haven't sprayed with my airbrush for many years, so I'm quite happy with this model as well. Plenty of power. It's about 1 bar, it's about 20 something odd PSI. More than enough, and it's got a couple of settings, so there you go. So hopefully that's a little bit more information. More than happy with it, and I'll order some more stuff now and just do a bit more fiddling around, because painting is now the thing that's not slowing it down, but it needs doing. So I hope you can all manage and see that. Anyway, cheers all. Managed to do a few of the wheels on the other bottle I've got left. Only the first coat again. Try to do a little bit and keep going at it. Just ordered some more more paint. I didn't think they'd go far, those little bottles. I have a spray can, but evidently I'm trying to get used to my airbrush. The little Revel, as I said, is quite good. So we're coming up here onto the second coat a little bit more. I'm sorry about the light, it's getting quite dark. Still got to turn it around and do up and round. It's